I know that we are 2/3 into July, but I like to give you some updates on the products that I've been using for June and into July. With the Nordstrom anniversary sale videos and plus just time slipping by, I'm now able to sit down and let you know about these products that I've been using for June and into July. I'm not going to mention the products that I've used in July like the ones I've used from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. That could be for my updates for July video. That's probably going to be in the middle of August, but hopefully I won't let it get that long. And let's go ahead and start with the YSL Mini Couture Clutch eyeshadow palettes. If you've been following my channel, you know I love the formula of these palettes. So for the month of June, they released 4 new palettes and I did get them all. And I'm wearing one of them right now. It's my favorite of the 4 and it's 710. I'm kind of jumping numerical order, but let me just show you my favorite one first. This is just a beautiful color story. It's great for every day. You can also smoke it out for an evening look. And for this look, I just use 2 shades, which are these 2 right here. Just the matte shade in my crease and the metallic shades on my lids. And I think it's just a pretty combo, very easy. You can make several looks with these palettes. You can use all shades like I did in the video, and I'll link that one down below. You can just use 2 shades like I did for this look. You can do 1 shade, like the steep one as a one and done. The mattes just blend in. It doesn't look dry on my, my crepey lids. And the metallic shades, it's got some punch to it. It has some punch to it. Maybe a little too much. I just love the color story in 710. Now let's go to 700, and this one is more of a dramatic eye look. You can use all 4 shades in a look. You can do just one and done with this beautiful, kind of like a gunmetal shade, which I've done before. It's very pretty. But again, the formula, very creamy, very metallic-y, very pigmented, and just blends very well. Next is 800, and this is more like a neutral gold palette. This one's very pretty as well. Again, you could use them all. You can use 1, you could use 2. Now with this one, I just wish that there was just a little bit more of a deeper brown shade. This is more for, I guess, a crease color for my skin tone. And then the 2 metallic shades, you have one that's more like a shadow topper, but let me tell you, it has some punch to it. And then the metallic shade, like I said, it's very smoothing on my lids. Now my least favorite of the 4 is this one, 810, the one with the pop of orange there, or coral, I guess you could say. This coral shade, it can overtake the look real quick, especially if you mix it with the deeper matte shade. They just kind of blend in together. Even though they look different in the pan, they do blend in together. And this one does have 3 mattes and 1 metallic shade in here. And this metallic shade, I have to say, it's very pretty. Love this kind of a peachy rose shade. If you use these 2 shades together, you need to apply the brown shade first before you apply the coral shade. Probably not on top of each other because they will just blend in together. But like I said, the YSL formula is very nice for my mature lids. And I just love the clutch. Very luxurious. I want to let you know that they are coming out with new eyeshadow palettes for the fall and winter, and if you look at it, it doesn't look like it's for fall and winter. The outside package, it looks like an Easter egg to me, and the colors inside, they're very pretty, but it's going to be too light for my skin tone. I need something a little bit more mid-tone and or a deep tone. But I have to say that top shade on the left, pink lilac, is very pretty, and it's probably just 3 mattes maybe in that metallic shade. I don't know. And I don't know if this is the only one that they're coming out with. Maybe they're just teasing us. There's probably going to be more. But yeah, when I saw this, I'm going to be passing on that one, unfortunately, because I love the formula of the YSL palettes. Next, I've been trying these palettes from Bobbi Brown. It's in collaboration with Carrie Rosenthal. I did pick up these 2 palettes when we were in Europe. I still cannot find them here in the States, so I'm assuming it's probably not going to be here. But during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, there was an eyeshadow palette in collaboration with Carrie Rosenthal, and it's this one. And I have tried this one, but again, this one will probably be in the favorites for July. So this is probably the closest one we can get with the Bobbi Brown Carrie Rosenthal collaboration. But these 2, I have to say, this one, It's Magic, is my favorite. It does have 3 shades in here. It has 2 metallics and a matte. And this metallic shade, I have to say, I've used this one as a one and done. It's very pretty. It has a hint of lilac there too. And then the other one is Supergirl. Now this one has 2 mattes and 1 metallic shade. And this one, again, if it just has a deeper tone, I know I could probably pull in from another palette, but as a standalone palette, it's just a little too orange for me, if that makes sense. But this one's my favorite. it's magic. Very easy to travel with. I could make 1 or 2 looks from this palette, and I do like the packaging. It has the artwork with Carrie Rosenthal. This one's in teal, and the other one, as you can see, it's more yellowy orange. Now let's go into the golden palette by Natasha Denona, and let's take a look at the packaging. I just love it. It looks like liquid gold. That's very cool how they did that. But Natasha Denona came out with the gold palette, I believe, about 5 years ago, and I have that palette. It's very pretty. So she did take, I believe, 9 shades from the gold palette, and I believe there's 2 other shades from other palettes, so that means there's 4 new shades in this palette. So I did do a video on this palette, and I'll link it down below if you want more in depth there. But it's a very pretty palette because I love the gold palette, and what was so special about that one, it did have some hints of blues and teals in there, like a mustard matte shade. I do come across that a lot of the looks that I make with this palette, it just looks very similar. If you don't have the gold palette, the golden palette is a good alternative. There are some warm shades in here. There's a couple cool tone shades like this one and this metallic shade. Let's see, it's called Varus. This one's my favorite. This one is a beautiful one and done shade. You can kind of see where the shades that I like for one and done. I have this liquid blush from Armani, and I have tried it before, and it was in my favorites, I believe, last month, and I have that one in shade 62. Beautiful mauve shade. But one of my good friends bought this for herself, and she said it was a little too dark and wanted to know if I would like it. And actually, I was looking into this deeper, kind of like a brick red shade for myself, but she didn't want it, so she asked me if I wanted it, and I said yes. So thank you so much for sending this to me. And I have to say, it's a pretty shade, even though it's, you know, it looks really deep here in the bottle. And you do have to be careful because these are pigmented, but it's a pretty, kind of like a red brick shade. It blends out very nicely. It plays well with the foundation. I do like the formula, and I do like this shade. It's number 41. I think this is the summer of the liquid blushes because YSL is coming out with some, but I believe that will come out in the fall. And Hourglass came out with some, and I placed an order, and that should be coming here in the next, hopefully at the end of this week or next week. And I did buy 5. I know, I couldn't help myself. Can't wait for those liquid blushes, but this one from Armani, especially this one, number 41, very pretty. Now let me go into this brand, Flower Nose. And one of you did send all of these goodies to me, and I thank you so much. And I did do a video on that, and I'll link it down below. But the brand Flower Nose, it's not only about the product, but it's the packaging. And look at the packaging of this eyeshadow palette. It is just beautiful. It looks like a rose window in a church. And then when you open it up, I mean, even inside looks beautiful. It's, I guess they call it the Baroque style. This is called the Little Angel collection, and this eyeshadow palette, it's 01 Eden's Angel. And again, just look at the packaging. Now inside, I have to say that the formula is very nice. I do like the matte shades in here. The one thing I have, you know, a little qualm about it is the metallic shades. There are 3 here. I wish that they were kind of different because they do look very similar on my eyes. I believe in that video, I used one of these 2 shades, and then I'll insert a video of the look that I did with the top shades, a little bit more pink. But when I applied it on, it just looks very similar to the other 2 shades. But it's very pigmented. It has that wow factor with these metallic shades. The matte shades blend very nicely. It's more of a cool tone palette. But all in all, it's just beautiful. I think I just want to, you know, display it behind me here because they really do pay attention to detail. I mean, yeah. Now she did send 2 cream blushes, and unfortunately these are not my favorite because of the shades. You just couldn't see it on my skin. These are very light. Let me show you this one, 01 Flaming Heart, and this one is the deeper of the 2. This one is a cream formula and has beautiful embossing. Now this one is a cream formula, and the embossing that it have just kind of, you know, went away, unfortunately, but you know, makeup's supposed to be used. And then this is the one that you really couldn't see it on my skin. This is 05. Again, it has that beautiful embossing. I'm sorry to say that, but the packaging is beautiful. The formula is nice, but the shades just didn't show up on my skin tone. Next is this highlighter, and yeah, this one's not a cream, but just take a look at the embossing there. It's so beautiful, very intricate. And let me just show you the outside packaging of this. Beautiful. The set also came with a hand mirror and a brush. Just looks like I need to be on the throne or something like that. Hand mirror is very nice. Again, look at the intricate detail there. But it's nice to place on my desk here if I need to, do a little checkup. And then this brush, it looks like, the Queen's Scepter. But this is really nice for cream blush. And that's what I use when I applied the one from Armani. There's also a lip mask. Really do like this lip mask. It's not too thick and it's not too oily, where it just kind of moves around. And it really does keep my lips moisturized. So I do like the lip mask. And she sent 6 lipsticks. There are 9 in total, but I do have 6 of them. The pink ones, I believe they're more pinky tones, which are 4, 5, and 6. And the black ones are more, I guess, brown tones, which is 7, 8, and 9. And what I have on my lips right now is number 7. Again, this one's number 7, what I have on my lips. And you have to be careful. Don't twist it up too top because big chunks of it will get on your lips. I hope that makes sense. Let me go ahead and reapply because I have a feeling it did come off a little bit. Now it is a very creamy formula and I've used this just a couple times and you can kind of see how much I've used there. Oh, and I forgot about this little sponge from Flower Nose. Really do like this. I really do like the sponge. I think I may get more of them. This is also great for liquid blushes. And since I'm getting a whole bunch, might as well stock up on these. I just think it's just so cute. All right, now let's go into more lipsticks. This is a lipstick heavy kind of a favorites here. But let's talk about these from Charlotte Tilbury. I am using the Lip Cheat on my lips with that lipstick, and it's 90s pink. Love this. Really do love the shade. And of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheeks, they're pretty good. And then my favorite of these two, these are in the Kissing formula, 90s pink. I love this shade. This is just a beautiful shade for any skin tone. This is such a beautiful rose tone shade. And the other one that I have is Red Carpet Pink. This one's a little bit too light, but I think if you put it on top of 90s pink, it would be very pretty. Yeah, it's a little too light, but when you put it on top of here, I think it's very pretty. I have 4 lipstick from Makeup by Mario, and I can see what the hype is about with these lipsticks. These are very pigmented. They do stay on. They don't bleed anywhere, and it's very comfortable on the lips. Let me show you Dumbo first. Let me start here. I think it's quite similar to the 90s pink, but you can kind of see it's a little bit more pigmented. Even though it does say it's a satin formula, it's not as satiny as the Kissing formula from Charlotte Tilbury. But let me tell you, love it on my lips. Next we have Soho, and this is more like a peachy nude. And we have Broadway, and this is more like a bright pink. And then the last one is Rockefeller. And it's kind of funny how the names, 3 of them are from New York, like a Rockefeller Center. And then we have Dumbo. But this beautiful red is Rockefeller. Yeah, these lipsticks, I understand what it's all about now. Last but not least, let's go into these lip glosses. I have 3 of them here from Charlotte Tilbury and 2 of them here from Armani. Let's go back into Charlotte Tilbury here. So we have Pillow Talk Fair, Medium, and Deep. And then here they are swatched, Fair, Medium, and Deep. I mean, I really do like the Charlotte Tilbury lip glosses. Fair is just a little too fair for me, but if I pair it with maybe a bright pink, it may tone it down. But the other 2 shades are very pretty. And then let's go into these 2 by Armani. So we have 03, which is more of a peachy gloss, and 04, which is more of a mid-tone red gloss. If I had to choose, I'd probably pick the Charlotte Tilbury glosses over the Armani glosses. I mean, the Armani glosses are really nice, but for me, I do like the Charlotte Tilbury ones just a little bit better. I do like the colors from Armani. Very nice. And I know I say very nice a lot. Well, all right, you guys, these have been my favorites for the month of June, even though we're well into July, but it's all good. I think it's all good. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.